Hi, Rebecca Zung, divorce attorney here, and many refer to me as America's divorce transformation strategist. And I'm here today with your Wednesday divorce wisdom. Yesterday we did Tuesday divorce tactics, and on Monday we did our Monday divorce motivation. Today I will share with you some of the pearls of wisdom that I have gained from being a top divorce attorney for the past nearly 20 years, as well as from my own divorce. And so today I'm going to answer one of the most frequently asked questions that I receive, and that is, what is a no-fault divorce? There's a myth about no-fault divorce, and actually I'm going to tell you what no-fault divorce is, and then I'm going to dispel the myth and make a really important distinction for you. So what is a no-fault divorce? A no-fault divorce is simply a divorce that you can get without having to prove grounds, without having to prove fault. So years ago, the only way that you could get divorced was by proving that your spouse had done something wrong in some way. So the grounds were things like abuse, adultery, cruelty, criminal behavior, abandonment, mental illness, things of that nature, pretty bad stuff. So the challenge was at that time was to get a divorce and be able to not have it take thousands of dollars, take lots and lots of time, because in order to prove those grounds, it took a lot more time and a lot more money. So what all 50 states have now done, New York being the last holdout, is they've allowed people to go ahead and be able to get a divorce without having to prove grounds. Some states still only allow a no-fault divorce if both parties want the no-fault divorce, but all 50 states at this point do have some sort of a no-fault divorce system in place. And that includes Washington, D.C., by the way. So here's the myth. I've had many people say to me, well, I know it's a no-fault state, so I know that the cheating didn't matter or bad behavior didn't matter in any way. That's the distinction that I want you to make. That's the myth that I want to dispel for you today. Just because you don't have to prove grounds in order to get a divorce, you only need to prove that the marriage is irretrievably broken or plead that. That doesn't mean that bad behavior never matters at all. So, for example, in Florida, you only have to plead in your pleadings, in your complaint or your petition for dissolution of marriage, that the marriage is irretrievably broken. That's all you need to say as far as grounds to get a divorce. But on the other hand, if one of the parties has spent a lot of money on a paramour or a third party in some way through cheating, adultery, I've had cases before where I had a husband who had a whole other family going on, a mistress, a child. He had bought her and the son a home and all sorts of things. Lots and lots of money was spent on this person. Marital money, money that had come into the marriage as a result of working during the marriage. That money can be looked at as wasted funds or dissipated funds and can be counted back in the property distribution as part of equitable distribution if you're in an equitable distribution state. And in Florida, in fact, it can be. So it can go right on the spreadsheet as money that was spent and he already received, and so the wife would be theoretically entitled to half of that back. So the bottom line today, the bottom line tip and lesson for today is, just because you're in a no-fault state doesn't mean that fault never comes into play. It just means you don't have to prove grounds to get a divorce, but sometimes the bad behavior will come back to bite somebody anyway. Okay, so that's your tip for today. That's your Wisdom Wednesday for divorce. And If you want more information, please remember that right now for a limited time, I'm offering my book, my best-selling divorce book for free. All you need to do is go to breakingfreethebook.com and get your own copy of it. You just help me out with the shipping, and divorce relief is delivered right to your mailbox. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow for Thursday Divorce Thoughts.